Solo the inbounder. Fuller with it! Russo in space. Service in. Oh, and he scores! Line drive off the glove of Zamora. Parker comes home and so will love it. Georgia Southern walks it off. Eagle Nation, welcome to another edition of the GATA Zone, your one-stop shop for a deeper look inside Georgia Southern athletics. I'm your host, Danny Wall of GATA Productions, and I'm here once again with Eagles men's soccer coach Lee Squires, coming off of a monumental win. First top 5 program win in school history, 2-1 over 4th-ranked Marshall. Coach, welcome back to the GATA Zone. Glad you're here with us.
Appreciate it. Always a pleasure.
Going back to that Sunday win, 2-1 against Marshall. Your team's 19th in the country, first time getting in the top 25 since 1997. Having that atmosphere, getting that win over Marshall, what did it mean to you and the team to keep the momentum rolling here this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's important on a lot of fronts, right? So you finally cracked the top 25. You obviously want to stay there. A big part of doing that is trying to get a win over an elite program, and you can only be an elite program if you've been great for a number of years, which Marshall have. So it's great to get that top 25 win. It hasn't happened often in program history, so it's good to create a little bit of history. But it's 3 more points in the Sun Belt standings as well, and we have aspirations there. And yeah, I thought it was a really good performance from the group.
That's the important thing. Unbeaten in conference play now, 2-0. Still unbeaten on the regular season. 7 straight wins as well. Ties the most in program history since 1997. When you hear those numbers and you look at the production this team has made throughout the first half of the year, I mean, how proud are you of the boys and just everything they've put in so far?
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to our consistency, speaks to our ability to reset each and every week. Every game, regardless of who the opponent is, it's a challenge. All these wins in a row now have been by 1 goal. So, I think it speaks to the consistent levels the boys are producing, but also speaks to the fact that they're able to stay level-headed and not get too high when we win, too low when we lose, and kind of find that balance and stay there.
That atmosphere that took place that Sunday night at Bo Pitts Field, having the crowd and the energy, something that you've wanted to see throughout your time here at Georgia Southern, and seeing how it played out that Sunday night, how cool was that for you and the players to see a culmination of everything and the work that you've put in? Yeah,
and culmination is a great word. I think it's not just a result of the recent attention that's come our way. Naturally, the student population and the community want to get behind a team that's winning. It's easier to do that, so that the results will help that. But I think there's a real good vibe around the program right now. I think with so many returning players, there's a familiarity around campus with our guys, and they're making friends, and other sports are getting involved, and we're at other teams' events as well, and just that familiarity with a really core group of returning players, and it's on them to generate that buzz and that excitement, and then it's on us again to perform well enough that they keep wanting to come back.
Well, it was a night to remember for Eagle Nation. 19th Georgia Southern defeating 4th-ranked Marshall 2-1. Now, when we come back after the break, the new rankings have recently come out, and we will see where Georgia Southern is at after the break. So keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
We wanted to build something amazing. Maybe a huge tower for heroes. Our imagination soared. At Georgia Southern University, that spirit stays alive in our students. We chase our curiosities. We think big and achieve more than we ever dreamed. Beyond goals, beyond limits. Georgia Southern University. Soar beyond.
When you step into Paulson Stadium, walk through the football locker room, or stroll through the Hall of Fame, what you see is more than just space. It's a story. At Whitfield Signs, we bring those stories to life. From iconic athletic branding to elegant collegiate displays, Whitfield Signs can craft striking custom signage to help elevate your brand. Whitfield Signs, official sign provider of Georgia Southern Athletics.
The Window World family is more than just windows and doors. From our daily efforts supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to find cures and save children's lives, to our ongoing commitment to serve active military and their families and America's veterans, to honor those who fought and who served to keep this great nation safe. At Window World, great service is not only taking care of our customers, it's about serving our community. Window World of Coastal Georgia and South Carolina. Please join us.
Back to the GATA Zone, Danny Wall alongside head men's soccer coach Lee Squires. Georgia Southern with that win over Marshall on Sunday, ranked 19th in the nation. But yesterday, the new top 25 rankings came out, and Georgia Southern, highest ranking in program history, jumping from 19 to 6th in the country and leading all teams in the Sun Belt. Coach, when you see that number and the progress this team continues to make, what does that mean for you and the team?
It means a lot. I think it has an impact in a lot of different areas, with the community, with the alumni support, with recruiting certainly. But when you see that graphic there, it also speaks to the strength of the Sun Belt, that you can have 4 teams regularly, whoever the 4 are, in the top 25.
And now you go from a top 20 matchup on Sunday to a top 10 matchup this weekend. You go on the road at West Virginia as conference play continues. And you said before the Marshall game that match was going to determine if your team deserved to be in the top of the country. Now you know from Sunday, but now it keeps going Saturday at West Virginia.
Yeah, it's hard to get there. It's even harder to stay there. West Virginia away is one of the toughest games you could possibly have in college soccer. So another chance to test ourselves, but another opportunity to show that we belong there.
Defending Sun Belt Conference champions coming up this weekend, and then you stay on the road for the rest of the next couple of games. Looking at the rest of the season so far, you go to UCF right after, final non-conference game against Mercer. Then it's Sun Belt play from here on out. So what do you want to see, Coach, overall to keep that momentum going and to continue it coming back home in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we have a tough stretch, with the 3 away games in a row now. But our away form has been good. I think we're 4-0 at this point. So we trust and believe in ourselves wherever we go and whoever we're against, that we can go get a result. And tough stretch, but you have to expect that, and especially in the Sun Belt. But each challenge is unique, and we just need to prepare right and, again, not get too high on the success we've had so far and try to keep it going.
Along with the team success being 6th in the nation, you also have the player success. Ricky Lewis was named Sun Belt Player of the Week, National Player of the Week. You also have goalkeeper Nate Martinez, National Goalkeeper of the Week. What does that mean for them and just the work that they put into to have this kind of success overall?
Yeah, naturally, when you have team success, the individuals within it are going to get their own attention as well, and it's good accolades and recognition for their hard work throughout the season. I think we've got other guys within the team that maybe don't fill a stat sheet or aren't scoring game winners, but are equally as important as those guys. So yeah, it's nice, for certain individuals to be highlighted, but we understand that it takes everyone, and has taken everyone to this point to get to where we are, and we'll need that going forward.
Final question, Coach. You saw Eagle Nation show out on Sunday at Marshall. You know this team, the community is behind you now going forward. How do you want to keep that momentum overall in the second half of the year?
Yeah, it's almost a shame. It's now a couple of weeks now until our next home game. I want to try and capitalize on that, and hopefully that momentum and that vibe doesn't die down, and we can get some great support out for homecoming weekend and Coastal Carolina at home. I think that's a huge event for us, and a game we have to win. So hopefully Eagle Nation comes out again in full voice and creates the environment and the atmosphere they did before, because it gives us that little bit of extra at the end of games when we need it.
Well, Coach, Eagle Nation is excited. We are proud, and we can't wait to see what goes on later in the second half of the year. Best of luck Saturday at West Virginia.
Appreciate it, Donnie.
Coming up after the break, we'll have our player spotlight. Hunter Moseley catches up with sophomore forward Ricky Lewis. Keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
Maybe a huge tower for heroes. Our imaginations soared. At Georgia Southern University, that spirit stays alive in our students. We chase our curiosities. We think big and achieve more than we ever dreamed. Beyond goals, beyond limits, Georgia Southern University. Soar beyond.
When you step into Paulson Stadium, walk through the football locker room, or stroll through the Hall of Fame, what you see is more than just space. It's a story. At Whitfield Signs, we bring those stories to life. From iconic athletic branding to elegant collegiate displays, Whitfield Signs can craft striking custom signage to help elevate your brand. Whitfield Signs, official sign provider of Georgia Southern Athletics.
The Window World family is more than just windows and doors. From our daily efforts supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to find cures and save children's lives, to our ongoing commitment to serve active military and their families and America's veterans, to honor those who fought and who served to keep this great nation safe. At Window World, great service is not only taking care of our customers, it's about serving our community. Window World of Coastal Georgia and South Carolina. Please join us.
Welcome back to the GATA Zone, your one-stop shop for a deeper look inside Georgia Southern Athletics. For today's Player Spotlight, earlier this morning, Waugh and Hunter Moseley caught up with sophomore forward Ricky Lewis following the Eagles' practice.
Thanks, Danny. Standing by right now with Ricky Lewis, National Player of the Week, Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week. What do those honors mean to you after such an incredible performance?
I mean, it feels great to be, have that type of, title and stuff like that. I'm just happy to, make my team proud, do the individual work. But, I wouldn't get these awards without the team and my coaches, bringing me up, giving me the motivation, saying that, feel like I'm the best player and then, prove it. So I've been showing it, and gratefully, hopefully we get more.
Coming off of a brace against Marshall, two really big goals, including the game winner late to push your team over the top. Walk me through an experience like that in front of such a great crowd.
I mean, that's probably like the most crowd I've seen in a long time. So, I mean, it feels great to score under the atmosphere. It just feels great to put soccer, because I feel like not a lot of sport, not a lot of people in Georgia Southern know it. So, it's great to have multiple people come watch our game, especially on a big win against Marshall.
Year one to year two for you personally, really have seen an improvement year over year. What's been the key to that success for you?
Just my coaches and my team. Like, year one was just, getting to start the league. I mean, my coach thought that I did well. I should have bagged a little bit more goals my freshman year. But this year I've been, learning in the summer, playing with Lionsbridge. My coach has been giving me more details, more work outside the fields and stuff like that mentally. And I've just been doing me and feeling great about it.
Talk about your team and your coaches. Now number 6 in the nation. What's been the key to the team success, and who's really stood out from a team perspective as well?
Yeah, our coach been talking about it for 3 years. Like, year one was not the best, obviously just trying to get something. Year two was the development. He sees progress, and, year three we're showing why, could be, as we can see, the best team up there in this NCAA. So just the motivations from our coaches. Our team, we've been all locked in, basically, just talking about stuff, talking about, like, we can do this if we all put our mind to it and work into it and belief, and, it's just been great.
What is one thing that Eagle Nation needs to know about this team and Ricky Lewis?
This team, we're going to bring the real meaning of GATA, so that's what we're going to do. We're all passionate about the sport. We all love it. We're all going to show, hopefully we keep the clean sheet and, keep getting undefeated and just put ourselves out there.
Thanks, Ricky, and congratulations so far on a spectacular year, and hopefully more to come.
Thank you.
Danny, back to you.
Thanks, Hunter. Georgia Southern men's soccer on the road this weekend. A top 10 showdown. Georgia Southern now 6th in the country. They go on the road to take on the defending Sun Belt Conference champions in 8th-ranked West Virginia. If you weren't at Bo Pitts Field for that exciting 2-1 win over Marshall, the Eagles will be back at home for homecoming Friday, October 17th against Coastal Carolina. For Ricky Lewis, Hunter Moseley, head coach Lee Squires, and our entire GATA Productions crew, I'm Danny Wall saying so long. You've been watching the GATA Zone.